Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So jumping straight in, I'm gonna start with my base already done. If you'd like to see how I do my base, I'll leave my foundation routine in the cards, and also my last tutorial included my base and my eyeshadow, my every little step. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave that in the cards. But just to save time, I'm just gonna jump straight onto my eyes, and I'm using my cover my girl, can't remember the name. I'm using the concealer on my eyelid, and I'm just going to spread that all over my lid as a base, and I'm using a buffing brush to do this. Then I'm going to go over the top of it with my Nars bronzer, and this is in the shade Casino, I believe, because Laguna is a little bit lighter. So I'm going to pat that all over my lid. I want my lids to be quite neutral, so yeah, so I'm creating like a really blank canvas first, and then I'm gonna go in with an eyeliner. This eyeliner is actually from Soap and Glory, so I'm go in with an eyeliner, and I'm gonna basically just spread that on my lid. I'm gonna create a little wing that we are later gonna buff out. So I'm doing that on both eyes, and because it's a khol eyeliner, it's very easy to spread. I'm also going to tight line with that liner as well. So I want my eyes to be like a little bit smoky but not too much drama, and then my lips to be the main focus. So after I'm done applying that liner on my lid, I'm going to take this Smoke palette by L'Oreal. I'm going to take the black from that palette, and I'm going to use a little buffing brush, not a buffing brush, it's like a smudge brush from Zoeva, and I'm just gonna spread that product out with the eyeshadow just to create a little bit of a smoke, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna diffuse that line, and I'm also gonna go in with where I've gone a little bit too much on the end of my eye. I'm gonna go in with my bronzer and just buff that out with the bronzer and a small little brush from my Kit Co. Okay, now I'm taking my bronzer again, and I'm just buffing that through my my lid, and then I'm gonna go and put that eyeliner in my waterline to basically drag the smoke from the bottom to the top, because we don't want the top to be really smoky and then the bottom to be quite plain. So I'm just gonna grab that black from the L'Oreal palette, and I'm gonna put it on my bottom lash line, and then use a small smudge brush to buff that in. Next, I'm going to take my Sportfx mascara, and I'm going to put that on my top lashes just to prep them for lashes. So I'm going to apply some false eyelashes, and the false eyelashes I'm using are from a brand called Makeup Owl Official. I'm going to leave a little discount code below if you'd like to purchase some yourself, so you can get some money off. So yeah, I wanted to use lashes that are a little bit dramatic, as the eyes are a little bit dramatic as well, because it just goes with the look. And these are in the style Ivy. If you find trouble putting on lashes, what I normally do, I literally mess up all the time. I even messed up here when I was trying to do them on camera. But what I normally do, I use the Duo lash glue, by the way, the dark one. I personally find it works good for me, but I place the lashes in the middle first, and then I pull the inner and outer corner and stick them onto my eye. I find that that method really works really well for me, and it's quite quick and easy. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why am I dancing so much, basically I was listening to a mix. I was listening to an early 2000s mix, and it was banging, so I was literally like grooving to the mix. So next I'm going to take my powder, which is the Mineralized Skin Finish powder by MAC, and this is in the shade Dark, and I'm just basically just buffing everything out and blending that baked powder into my skin with that powder. I wanted to lift my brows a little bit, so I just used the concealer that was a little bit lighter than my skin tone on my brow bone, and then I buffed it out with my Nars bronzer. Okay, to add some hydration back into my skin, I'm going to take a setting spray, and this setting spray does have a little bit of rose water in it, which really hydrates my skin. Then I'm going to add a little bit of blush, and for blush I used Max Format. So it's quite like it's like a bronzy blusher. It just adds a little bit of color, quite close to my skin tone but not too close. Adds a little bit of color, and it has a little bit of shimmer in it as well, which gives your skin like a natural glow. So if you don't feel like wearing highlighter, this blusher is great for that. So I'm just going to apply that just on the apples of my cheeks and kind of drag it onto my temple as well. I'm going to blend everything else on my face with that powder as well. And I like to go in like in midway doing my makeup and just brush my brows out just to give them more of a hairy feel. Next for lips, I'm taking my Nars Velvet Matte Lip Pencil, and this is in the shade Mysterious Girl. And I never really do like colors on my lips, so I thought let me just be a little bit different and just do a little bit of color. So I lined my lips with that and also filled my lips in with that as well. And I really like how it turned out. I really like this color. It's like a really it's like a bluey red. It's not like it's a perfect red. I really like the red. Quickly, I'm just going to add some mascara on my bottom lashes, and I'm going to go back to my lips. I'm using this lip gloss by, I'll leave it down below. But I'm just going to pop that on top of where I put the Nars lip pencil to add a gloss, because you guys know I love a glossy lip. So yeah. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is. Okay, next I'm going to take my highlighter, and I'm actually using a different highlighter today. I'm using the Artist Couture Diamond Glow highlighter. I'm going to leave the name below. I'm just going to put that on the tip of my nose and blend it out with a fluffy brush just so it's not too blinding. I'm also going to take that highlighter in the inner corners just to open up my eyes a little bit. And I'm also going to take it on my brow bone, my forehead, my cheekbones, and just everywhere I just want to glow. So here I'm taking a more detailed brush just to give the highlighter a little bit of a pop in the inner corner so my eyes can look a lot bigger. And then I'm going to take it in my brow bone. I added a little bit too much, so make sure you blend it out because I don't want it to be too like crazy. Yeah, you can't really see like my highlighters that well on camera because in person it is quite like a lot of highlighter, but on camera it does wash it out a little bit. But I don't want to put like way too much highlighter so it looks crazy. But yeah, anywho, I'm going to put a little bit of highlighter on the apples of my cheeks. I like putting highlighter on the apples of my cheeks, and I feel like it really makes my cheekbones pop. So I'm just going to put that on both cheeks, and I'm also going to put that on my forehead as well. Okay, so this is what my makeup is looking like. Next, we're going to move on to hair. This wig is from Myfirstwig, and it's a curly unit. I've already applied it on my head. If you want to see how I got to this stage, I'll leave a very informative video of how I apply my frontals on in the cards, just so you can check that out. Next, I'm taking this. It's actually like it's like a wax stick. It's from Care. I'm just going to put that on the edges of my hair, and I'm going to take my hot comb. I talk about this all the time in my hair videos. Guys, hot combs are literally the way forward if you have any type of wigs, be it frontal or closure. It just lays your baby down. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on the perimeter of my hair, on my parting, just so everything can look laid for the gods. I kept burning myself and I kept dropping the hot comb. I don't know what was going on, but yeah. So I'm just going to place that all over the front of my head. I'm going to make sure every little hair is in place and is laid down. So if you don't have a hot comb, and girl, just get a hot comb. It will literally change your weave life. It will change your wig life. Everything will be laid for the gods. Trust me. Next, I'm just going to cut this extra bit of lace off. I shouldn't have cut it like this. I should have cut it diagonally, but hey, I just felt like it was just too much, so I just cut it off. And then I'm going to take this mousse. This is by a brand called Fudge. I got it a while ago in a little goodie bag. So yeah, I really actually like it. It just gives me that wet look because curly hair can get quite dry quite easily, and I want my hair to keep its hydration and also not to get tangled. So I'm just going to put that mousse on the end first, and I'm going to brush it out with a wide tooth comb, and this is just going to give my hair that shine throughout the day, and it's also going to help the curls stay without looking dry and limp and crusty. So that's why I use the mousse. So this wig actually came pre-plucked, it came pre-bleached, but my fast ass wanted to bleach it even more. If you guys can notice, you can see like the front of the hair is actually quite brown because I over bleached the knots, but I tried to put like mascara to hide it. But anywho, the parting space is about 4 inches. I wish it was a little bit more than that. That's the only thing I would say about this hair. The lace is really, really thin. It's a little bit, it's actually a little bit too thin, because if you don't use the right amount of, if you use too much glue, basically, it might rip the lace. So you have to be really careful with the lace. But the good thing about a thin lace is it's not detectable. So that's a good and a little bit of a bad at the same time. So I'm just spreading that mousse all over my hair evenly. And I'm going to brush it out. Make sure you brush everything out, because curly hair can be a biatch if you don't if you don't brush it out properly and if you don't like maintain it. So everything looks quite good. So now I'm going to add just a little tiny bit of baby hair. I don't really add baby hair like that, but I was kind of feeling how the baby hair would look with curly hair. So I'm just going to fix a little bit of the front of the hair, a tiny bit. Then I'm going to add the baby hair. So what I'm going to do for that, I'm just going to pull out like a tiny section of hair from the front. I really didn't add that much baby hair, just a little bit. And I'm going to cut it just to create the baby hair. Then I'm going to get this wrap set lotion, also by KeraCare. I'm going to apply that on the hair that I cut. And I'm going to get my, it's actually a brow brush by MAC, but yeah, I'm going to get my brush and I'm just going to create the illusion of baby hairs using that brush. And I did that twice. I didn't want too much baby hair. Like I said, I just want it to be quite minimal and quite simple, but still give the hair quite a cute, quite a natural look, if you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna pull out a little bit of hair again, cut it, apply the KeraCare wrap set lotion and brush it into place. And guys, that's it, we're done. This is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. Let me know what you think of the red lip down below. Would you guys be trying it for Christmas? This is definitely a Christmas look. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye guys. Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer